Hello everyone, Shintobean here playing some more Warhammer combat cards. In this video I will be talking about traits. It is the dawn of a new ranked season and two new traits were introduced into the game. One is Berserk, the other is Endless. Now when talking about traits, I think the traits in this game can be divided into two categories, either offensive or defensive. Offensive traits either deal damage or increase the attack power of your cards, whereas defensive traits either heal your units or prevent incoming damage. So I have a Tyranid deck here, and it has every single defensive trait in this game, I believe. Okay, so for healing abilities we have Regeneration. Old One Eye is a good example of this. It regenerates 6 health per turn. This used to be a weaker trait, but it got buffed and it is pretty strong. I think one of the stronger defensive traits, as long as you keep it away from very high damage enemies. The other healing trait is Medicate, which only activates once when the card is deployed, but it heals up all of your units on the battlefield by 8% at level 1. So because it's percentage based, you want to use it with high health bodyguards. Now for preventing damage we have Fear. Fear of course has gone through some changes in this game. In the current state of the game it only affects the card opposite of the thing causing fear, and at level 1 it reduces the enemy damage by 20%, which is not that much, but I don't know, I think Fear is pretty good, especially on warlords, like this Hive Tyrant. It has a lot of health, and the Fear just makes it even tougher to destroy. Also with a form of reducing damage is Taunt. This actually increases the damage to the thing taunting, but it protects your other bodyguards on the field, drawing all damage to it. I think it's pretty good, especially in combination with shields, because your taunt bodyguard can prevent the enemy from breaking your shields. And this Exocrine has a shield here. Shield used to be a little stronger, I think. It just completely prevents the damage from the next attack, but it can easily be countered by another trait, Furious Charge, or any of those things that deal damage upon deployment. So you have to watch out for those when using shields. And for the newest defensive trait to come to the game, it is called Endless. So this basically just resurrects the card once it's destroyed for the first time, but it only comes back with 30% health. Now this could potentially be a pretty strong trait, I think, depending on what bodyguard it is used on, but at the moment it's only used with these weaker fodder cards like the Gene Stealer and Hormagaunt, so it doesn't really seem like that useful of a trait. That's at least my first impression of it, and in fact it can actually backfire against certain warlords. If you're playing against Eldar or against orcs who benefit from destroying more bodyguards, yeah, it would be not good to have endless cards against those. And we are up against orcs here, so we will see how this works out. Now this match might take a little long. I'll just go ahead and deploy my Old One Eye here at the beginning. Regeneration, obviously, the longer it's on the battlefield, the more you'll get out of it. But they do have some pretty strong shooters here. So I'm going to deploy my... Let's see what level this is. Okay, not too high. I'll deploy my medic here, Medicate, and he's going to heal up my bodyguards by quite a bit. He only healed himself 5 HP, but Old One Eye got like 20 something, I think. So they have the initiative, they're going first. The Exocrine's shield got broken by that Storm Boy's ranged attack. So it didn't really prevent much damage in that case. With shields, you want to deploy it against opposite units with lots of damage. Wasn't really paying attention there, but yeah, so that was not the smartest way to use a shield. So they do deal a lot of shooting damage here, and the enemy warlord is Ghazghkull Thraka, so every time they destroy a unit they will get stronger. Exocrine does have a very powerful ranged attack, so it is dealing quite a bit of damage. My warlord is also dealing 10 damage at the end of each turn. So I'm gonna go ahead and put down this endless card here, this Hormagaunt, opposite of their Skyjet, Dakajet thing. And we're just gonna keep going melee. It looks like we are gonna force the warlord out pretty quickly here. Will they go ranged or melee? I'm not sure. I don't think they haven't really destroyed many units, so their warlord is not going to be that powerful. They are going with ranged, so the Hormagaunt goes down, the endless trait activates, and the Hormagaunt comes back again. In this case, I think it's actually pretty good, because especially against the mono attacker, because it will survive for an extra 2 turns here. And I can just go melee here. The Dakajet does not fight back against melee. And will they go ranged? If they go ranged, they're dead. So now they're going melee. Ghazghkull Thraka takes out the Exocrine. And I do kind of want to deploy some of my other units here. So let's try... Let's see, what do I want to do? Deploy my other endless card here. The Gene Stealer. I'm just going to ready up a powerful melee attack here. I could easily win here, but I'm just curious what the AI is actually going to do. We've got our Warlord special rule chipping away at the damage. So there, yeah, they went ranged, they took out the Gene Stealer, it comes back. They take out the Hormagaunt. Of course, the Hormagaunt only can resurrect once. So now it is permanently dead. And, alright, let's look at how much damage he has. So, here, yeah, Ghazghkull Thraka is getting extra damage every time he destroys a card. So my endless cards are actually helping him to get stronger. I'm going to deploy this guy here. My other Gene Stealer, this guy has... So normally Ghazghkull Thraka does 110 damage, but with the fear he is reduced down to 88 damage. Just going to ready again here. And I don't know, I think my... well, no, they're still surviving. So they're going ranged. Dakajet takes out the Gene Stealer. And yeah, my Hive Tyrant managed to take out the buggy thing on the right. So Taunt, yeah, I mean Taunt could be used to protect more valuable targets. I don't think Taunt is actually that great of an ability on really strong units. There are things like the Carnifex that have Taunt. I guess it's not terrible because the Carnifex has enough health to withstand large amounts of damage, but I don't know. Feel like there are better traits that it could have. So I'll go ahead and end the game here. I've shown you all of the defensive traits here. I wouldn't recommend putting them all into the same deck. But yeah, and yeah, we'll just end with a melee attack here. So you saw the I was able to show you the endless trait in action here. I think it can be good in certain situations, but it does kind of seem just like a weaker version of Shield, I suppose. But thematically it fits. It sort of represents the capability of some of these units to swarm the enemy. You destroy one and it's just replaced by another. Not every faction has endless units. Got a couple for the Tyranids. The Orcs have a few. I think they're weaker, like Gretchen here is endless. Chaos also have a few. This guy used to have Regeneration, endless. Servants of the Emperor don't have any. Space Marines don't have any. Tau have a couple. It's kind of an odd choice. I think the gun drone, whatever that is, this gun drone has endless now. And Necrons also have a few. The Scarab Swarm here. And Eldar do not have any endless units. So I don't think I will actually be using many of these endless cards very much. I think it's just it's more of a liability than an actual benefit. But I'm not unhappy to see it in the game though, because I think more variety is always better. And when we're playing against the AI in campaigns, we are sure there'll definitely be this units with the endless trait coming up in the enemy decks. So that'll just be something else to add to the strategy of the game. So if you're still watching this late, it's a pretty long video for me, but let me know in the comments what you think about this new endless trait and whether you think it's worth using in your own decks. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.